I need you to put it in your will that I get your eyeballs when you die.
Can you preserve them?
I don't know.
Or do you just
I'm
want
gonna
like
try.
the iris, like just like 2 little contact lenses of an iris to have?
Well, I like the whole eyeball.
You want the whole
I
ball?
want the whole ball. What I was gonna do? Just walk into your house and then not do anything?
I wouldn't have
That'd be
cared.
weird.
Whatever. Live your life.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to my aunt's attic. I'm gonna be doing my nails while we're doing this.
I love that.
I just told Mary Grace I have a meeting after this, and I don't have time to mess around with chipped nails for that kind of thing. So
Be productive. Why
Yeah.
not?
yep. So we're double whammying it. Oh, if I can talk and think at the same time to do this. Oh dear. Oh, can't walk and chew gum. Can't
can't.
talk and do my nails. Oh my god. How are you today, Mary Grace?
I'm good. I love today right now.
What's going on?
It's just so dark and like cozy. You know what I mean? Like it's so dark outside
Yeah,
because it's raining.
it's very dreary in like a good dreary way.
Honestly, it gets me in a holiday spirit.
Heck yeah.
I'm
Oh no,
so
I get
cozy.
that. Have you heard Coventry Carol by Pentatonics?
No.
It's eerie and
Oh.
just wonderful. I actually have a video of me and my mom were driving down like the main street of my hometown in St. Clairsville, and it was so foggy that you couldn't really see any details. It was just fog and some colors in the background. But then the lights, the Christmas tree lights were up on the main street, and
I
then
love
the
that.
lantern lights and everything. So it was just like this glowing fog, and I was playing Coventry Carol, and it was just so epically awesome and eerie.
That's awesome.
That's the way to go about the holidays, folks.
Amen.
Have you also heard there's the minor versions of Christmas carols? Like,
No.
yeah, different Christmas carols in everything in a minor key. I think it's not Jingle Bells. I forget. You have to look up on YouTube, but it is, I'm like, everything should be in a minor key. Everything. It's so much better in minor key.
Interesting.
Um,
That's funny because we were just talking about minor keys and like vibrations and
yeah,
stuff like that and sound.
yeah, just
Wow.
sound vibrate. Yeah, everything should be in a minor key.
Huh.
I
I
just
love
love it.
the Charlie Brown like Christmas soundtrack. Like just the piano.
Oh, like David Schultz?
Yeah.
Is that him? Yes.
I love that.
I've been listening to quite a bit of that. My Christmas playlist, I downloaded like a bunch of the classical and the piano and the instrumentals and everything like that. But I don't know, with I have a bunch of the singing ones, and then with the piano and instrumental ones, I'm like, maybe this is too much. So I think I'm gonna have to edit mine a little bit more. But yes, I agree. David Schultz is great.
I don't like modern Christmas songs.
Um,
I don't like
Mm.
new when people make new Christmas songs.
Pentatonics has a couple that are acceptable, but I know what you mean.
Like Ariana Grande,
Huh?
Kelly Clarkson.
Huh?
They have like their own Christmas songs that they made.
I didn't know that.
I don't like them.
I don't blame you. Christmas has already been established.
That's how I feel. I feel like okay. And I was like gonna say something about this anyway.
We're talking about Christmas. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, folks. It's
What's
what
in
is it?
2 days?
2 days before Thanksgiving, just to timeline it because
But
we
I
get
feel
out of
Christmas. I always
Oh,
feel
yeah.
Christmassy too early, and then once it's Christmas, I don't feel Christmassy anymore.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like the Christmas. We talked about it already. The Christmas season is like the majority of November and December. Thanksgiving is relegated just to like Thanksgiving Day, maybe day before, day after. That's it. So people are like, "Oh, it's Christmas too early." No. The Christmas season is 2 months long. So get into your Christmas spirit, then take a pause for Thanksgiving, and then get right back into it. That's
Yeah.
how it is.
Well, especially if you work in retail.
Yeah. Oh, I feel really bad for the retail workers. That's the one area where Christmas needs to chill. I feel bad for them. They're already listening to Christmas music nonstop, and it's like the same 5 songs. That's not okay.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
And I was gonna say, there are just too many things in the world. There's
Elaborate.
too many of everything. There are too many Christmas songs. We don't need new Christmas songs. We have already enough Christmas songs. I feel that way about everything. Stop making stuff. Stop buying stuff. Stop making new job titles. Like, what the heck is like I don't know. There's too many jobs. There's so many jobs you can do. There's too much stuff.
I get that there's just too much. Our consumerism is a problem.
Everything is disposable. We're not fixing anything. We're just buying new stuff. I freaking hate it.
Yeah, I miss the days when you take care of what you have.
Yeah, nobody
where things are actually quality made, and then if it breaks, it's worth fixing rather than just replacing.
Yeah.
But as far as like too many jobs,
there's so many jobs. Like, what do you mean you're like a secretary representative of the division of the... What do you mean? You don't need that.
I see what you mean. We
don't need that. What do you mean? That's your whole job? I'm sorry if you're a secretary representative of the division, but like, what do you do all day? Could someone else just not do that? As like what do you mean?
In conjunction with the rest of the job, you mean? I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm like, people need to work.
Good for you that you have a job. I just think there are too many. There's so many options.
If we need to create new job titles to create new jobs in general, then I guess I'll be okay with that. But like, as long as you're productive.
Yeah, as long as you're productive.
Yeah. We might differ just a little bit on that opinion there, but that's okay.
Well, I'm just frustrated because I'm like thinking about what I want to do, and there are some of these these job titles that are just so specific. I'm like, how would I even know that it ever existed?
Oh, okay. I feel like that's something that you just kind of end up falling into.
Yeah, and because I'm like, how did you become a secretary representative? Like, how did you know you wanted to do? And you're right.
That's something you go for, like a generalized job, and they're just like, okay, well, we have this specific role for you.
Yeah,
they just kind of slot you into that. Yeah. So, do you want to be a secretary of the?
Honest, I couldn't think of anything that says what I said.
That's so funny. Oh my god. I don't care what job you get in the future. That you're always going to be. What did you say? A secretary of the representative
of the division. You know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean? Those titles that are just like,
yeah.
What do you mean? So what do you do?
Like assistant to the manager, not assistant
Where
manager.
Are you?
But
what do you mean?
To the manager.
What do you mean?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, I think I might as well be a secretary because, and here's my long story about why I hate the secretaries at my school. Let's go.
Oh, so this is just if you want to do it right, you got to do it yourself kind of thing?
Well, okay. I'm looking at next semester. This is weeks ago. I've got like 3 classes that I need. I've got 2 that are elective to me. Well, one of the classes I need is called WGS 400. And it's for my minor, which is women's gender studies. And so WGS 400, I'm assuming, is just a class that I have to take. Okay. Well, I go to register for it. It's not offered this coming semester. Well, last semester me noticed that it wasn't offered this semester. Okay, so it's never offered. Well, I go online and it says offered occasionally. Okay.
Oh.
When? So I email the secretary of the division. I email the secretary of the department, the women's department. I'm like, hi, I see this class I have to take. Oh, by the way, it's called what's
Letters
it called?
And numbers.
Colloquium. Isn't it colloquium to women's studies?
I blew into the microphone because I was trying to blow on my nails.
It's like Harry Styles with the microphone.
Oh my god. Anyway, continue.
It's an independent study. So I'm like, well, what does that mean? Like, do I register for this? Is this like a physical class I go to? Like, what? There's no information. It's just like, in women's independent study, you will learn the women in the study. Yeah, okay. That's all it says. So I'm like, okay. So I email the secretary. Oh, sorry. Back up. I go to see the secretary because I'm a big girl and I'm different than all of y'all because I will actually go do it in person. I went to see her and I know about where the room is, but I'm like looking around. I'm trying to find her name on the door and someone approaches me and they're like, can I help you? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just looking for the women's office. I just got a question about a class I got to take. She goes, are you a student here?
Oh my good lord.
No, I just have a big dumb backpack on for absolutely no reason. Yeah, I'm a student. And what was your question?
Oh
it's just about this class I got to take for my minor. And what was your minor? Women's gender studies. Okay. Yeah, she's not here right now. You're going to have to come back tomorrow.
Why did we just go through this for you just... Oh my god.
Well, also, tomorrow doesn't exist for me because I go every other day of the week.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And I leave. The next time I'm there, I come back, she's not there. I go back again the same day, she's not there. I go back the next day, she's not there. She's not there, she's not there. So then I emailed her. And then I keep coming back to see her because she never got back to my email. Fast forward, like, I don't know, 2 weeks. She's finally there. I'm like, oh, hi, I just had a question about WGS 400. She goes, oh, yeah, you emailed me.
Oh, my God. You don't say.
Why didn't you email me back? She was like, oh, yeah, I had to forward that to someone else. I had no idea. She literally knew nothing about it. I knew more about it than she did. So I'm like, well, why didn't you just say that? Why didn't you say, I forwarded this to so-and-so, they'll get back to you? Okay. So she's like, I'm waiting for them. Okay. Well, again, fast forward. I never heard from her. So I emailed somebody else who is the coordinator of the department. Again, like that. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
What is the coordinator of the women's department? Who are you? What do you do all day?
Coordinate things.
Like, what? Why do we need that? So then I emailed the coordinator, and then the coordinator gets back to me, and they're like, oh, we emailed so-and-so, and they have to reach out to you.
And it's like the same person that you already talked to.
It wasn't her. It was somebody. It was some person that I could never know existed. Because I'm on the Women and Gender Studies section of our website, and it has listed as contacts the secretary and the coordinator. Okay, how is anybody supposed to take this class? Like, what? And they're like, oh, it's independent studies. Someone will have to set it up with you.
And it's mandatory.
Yes.
Wow.
Why don't they say that on the website, though? Like, the women's independent study class, you have to reach out to this person, and they'll set it up for you. Like, say that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I am way more willing to jump through hoops than, like, most other students probably are.
Yeah, most people would be like, I don't see it. I'll just forget about it until someone tells me what to do.
How is anybody supposed to do this?
Oh, wow.
Like, no offense to people my age. People my age are really dumb.
And Kamala Harris. The 18 to 24-year-old. They're really dumb.
They are dumb.
They are stupid.
I just hate people my age because they, like, yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I just don't. Well, that I was talking to my therapist about it last week, and she was like, well, yeah, that's why some people don't graduate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Lord.
No, I get that. Honestly, I don't want to say, yeah, there might be some stupidity level in there, but it's also, is it a lack of initiation?
Yeah.
Or interest in just like, oh, I have to figure it out. Like, the thing is, we're no longer taught how to figure things out. We're no longer taught how to think for ourselves. And so we're always just used to teachers being like, okay, this is what you got to do. Here's your instruction manual. Well, when it comes to college, a lot of times that's not the case. You have to figure things out by yourself, and they don't teach us how to do that anymore in high school.
No, nobody's willing. I don't know if it's like a willingness or like a know how to, but nobody wants to figure anything out.
No. And that's like a lack of initiative. And also just like I said, I don't think it's completely on individual people. That is something that has to be taught. That, you know, you have to learn how to learn. Yeah. And we're not learning how to learn anymore. You know, like I said, I've talked about it before. I went on a rant and rave about, you know, the Common Core and standardized testing and everything. We're taught what to know, not how to figure it out.
Yeah.
We're taught exactly how to take a test and how to pass a test, but not why that information is important.
Stuff and you're not actually understanding it.
There's no application to real world life. And so when you're confronted with real world problems that you have to figure out on your own, people don't know how to do that anymore. Yeah. And so, they're not graduating because they're not able to. Like, it's just, that's really sad. I was just talking to my aunt and uncle the other night. Well, more my aunt, because my uncle is just, he's such a goof. But I was talking about, and we were talking about it the other day, like socialism and the different types of isms, I guess. Okay. That unfortunately we live in a society where socialism will never work. We are a capitalistic society through and through. And as idealistic as socialism would be, it will never work. Like I said, it's just, we're too ingrained in one capacity to think for, you know, greed and for ourselves. So socialism will never work, but it is one thing that I wish could be applied to education. Yes. But my aunt did make a very good point that even if we approached education with a socialistic structure, you know, deprivatizing and equalizing the finances for all schools, therefore everyone would have the same resources and opportunities within schools, it still wouldn't work because people at home do not have the same support structure. And unfortunately in America, our education system relies so heavily on like homework and extracurriculars and parents being able to take their kids to things and support them. A lot of kids don't have that.
Yeah.
And so even if we structured education more socialistic, the outside of the school is not going to support that. And so my aunt even said it would be best, it would be great if we could socialize education, but we would have to completely contain it within school. You cannot rely on outside resources. You cannot rely on parents or other guardians and everything. You have to completely contain education within the school system for that to work. And so it just kind of hit me. It's just like, wow, we really, really shot ourselves in the foot from the very beginning with all of this. Because of capitalistic nature, you know, kids go home at the end of the day, at the end of the school day, to parents not being home because they're still at work. You know, they have to make their own dinner. They have to figure out their own homework and everything because their parents are not there to help them with that because they are out working because
also,
they have to.
A lot of kids come home and they don't have like a computer or like internet at home or the tools they need.
Yeah. And that's one of the other things. Like I was kind of mind blown because my little cousins, like elementary school cousins, they're coming home with their school issued iPads and everything. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Totally different world that I'm coming from. I was like, that's a thing that's happening nowadays. And I was like, that's terrible. But then I'm like, that's wonderful. But then if I think, okay, what about other schools and other kids that aren't getting this kind of support and aren't, you know, don't have this tech? That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the kind of financial, like, socialism aspect that I wish we could do. Like, broad spectrum. Everyone shoot. That's dumping. That's dumping.
Oh, you okay?
Nope. I lied. It's closed. We're good. I just did smear nail polish everywhere, though. That's what I get for talking with my hands.
Well, maybe don't put it there.
I don't have anywhere else to put it.
Could you just hold it between your knees?
No, because I have my blankie covered. Oh, I did really close it. Okay. I panicked for nothing.
We're good.
But now I have to fix it. Okay.
But yeah, like you're saying, like that it comes down to like family support and like yeah.
Well, I mean, it was also scientifically proven that kids who have like family dinners at the end of the day do a lot better, just mentally and within education and everything because they have that emotional support as well. You know, because we learned a lot in my college at my English class actually. You know, the degree of which your mental bandwidth is taken up with a lot of other things other than education. Because a lot of times kids will go to school and rather than being able to pay attention in class, they're thinking about how am I getting home? Where am I sleeping tonight? Am I going to be able to eat?
Yeah.
Their attention is elsewhere.
Oh, and some kids are taking care of their little siblings too.
Yeah. Yep. Like their minds
or
are
grandma,
stretched
grandpa
to so many other things other than education. And that's what I mean, that's not fair.
Well, also the families who are benefiting from the school system being based on capitalism, they do not want to stop benefiting from it.
Yeah, exactly. That's so that's why it'll never work because we've ingrained ourselves so much that like the more money I put in, the better my kid's going to be better off. But the more money I put in, if it's socialized, the more money I'm putting toward other kids. I don't want to spend my money on other kids.
Right.
I want my kid to succeed. That's the kind of mentality that will make sure that we never get any kind of, you know, so people are up in arms about this and that. It's like, okay, you got to start at the basic level of just not being greedy. You know, supporting other people.
Because people are also not willing to move into like neighborhoods that are like quote unquote black neighborhoods and like they're just keeping it divided and keep themselves up.
And that's why the frustrating thing is that so many people cry racism, like systemic racism within politics and everything. There is a huge difference that because the way they're approaching it is as if there are laws and policies that divide. That's not it. It is truly a mental capacity here. I'm not saying that racism isn't rampant throughout this country, but it's not because of laws and policies anymore.
No, do people say that?
That's what I see a lot of times, like on TikTok videos. They're like, well, the institution is racist. No, it's not. There are no policies. You know, name me a single law anywhere that puts a white person in advantage to a black person in written law. You will not find.
No, it's not written, but it is like not intrinsic. It is within people.
It's a mental thing. Yes, absolutely. But that's what I'm talking about. It's just like it is totally within your own mindset to be able to get past this. And I'm talking about white people being racist toward black people and black people thinking that all white people are racist just because they're white. this is a mental capacity kind of thing that you need to just simply get over and recognize that it's childish. I'm not playing games anymore. I'm just going straight out with this. It's a victim mentality as well on all sides. Like, oh, if you're a black person and you think you're being racist and you can't succeed in life, that's a victim mentality. Get over it. If you're a white person and you're just like, oh, I'm just like a terrible, stop. Your skin color has nothing to do with it in law.
Yes.
There are glass ceilings and everything, women versus men, there are glass ceilings. I'm not saying that. And I think we talked about it on here before, but I took a socialism class, or not a sociology class. And one of my favorite studies that was done, I can't remember if it was 2 separate studies or if it was one study that focused on 2 different aspects. I did it again. There's now nail polish in my hair.
No, I don't see any.
I totally just...
Oh, I do see it.
Fix me.
Do you want to come over and I'll take it out of your hair?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good.
Did it? Okay. Thank you.
You're
welcome.
Oh my
God.
Do you want like a tray or something to put on the couch?
It's not that. It's I scratched my ear, but
I saw you doing that.
and now it, you know what? I don't
Cure them! Can't you cure them and then they won't smear?
I forgot that this was part of the gel.
Oh my God.
I was waiting for it to dry.
No, you have to cure it, don't you?
Yes, you do. But
you sure you don't want a tray or anything to put on your lap?
If you got one,
Yeah, I have like a dinner tray. You want?
Sure,
it? Okay.
I'll take it. Oh my God,
It's kind of big, but I figured it'll help.
No, I thought this was, because I have the first part of the nail polish is like a clear coat protective layer, and that just dries on its own. So then I put the gel on top, and I was still in the mentality of that this is supposed to just dry on its own. And so but no, this has to be cured. Oh my God, I'm such an idiot. I'm a disaster. Now what were we saying?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, the study I was talking about, and I just did it again. I hate myself.
Cure them.
I'm trying. Can't do my nails and talk at the same time.
There you go.
All right. Anyway, the study is, like I said, I don't know if it was 2 separate or if it was one focusing on 2 different things, but there was a study by a sociologist done going into hospitals and about nursing, women versus men nurses, that anytime there was a woman nurse doing a fantastic job, doing what she needed to do, it was just kind of running the mill because she was doing what she needed to do. It was part of her job.
Oh, but male nurses are praised just for being there.
You're doing such a good job, hon. Oh, it's so wonderful to see you here. You're doing great. And then more often, male nurses are often mistaken for doctors as well.
Sure.
So they get a leg up. And so because there is just like this underlying, again, there's no law saying that men are going to be able to do better. Or if you're in your same position, you're still making the same money. But it's the mentality behind it that gives you the leg up. And so when patients are praising a male nurse, then all of a sudden they get back to the boss like, oh, this nurse did such a fantastic job. He was wonderful. And they don't give the same praise to the same women that have been in the same position for even longer, because that's just what a woman does, takes care of people.
Right.
So now a man who has been in the position for way less time than one of the women maybe, is now getting promoted because he's being praised more in front of his bosses.
Right. That's not a written thing. That's a mentality that comes from outside of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the same lines go along with black versus white nurses. Mm-hmm. Black nurses will come into a room and be more often mistaken for janitors. And the white nurses are being mistaken for doctors. That is a mentality thing. That is just kind of the born and raised kind of ingrained mentality that a lot of people unfortunately have.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I keep forgetting to cure it. Oh my God, I'm talking with my hands.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
I'm a disaster.
Just sit there and cure it.
Now I'm distracting myself again. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. This is not the time to be doing this. Oh my God, Lord.
I think you're doing great.
But
but same thing goes for like dads and moms. Like if the dad is seen like taking the kids out to the park or whatever, and the moms are all like, "Oh, you're babysitting," like, "Oh, that's so."
Oh my God, that makes me want to kill myself.
But if the mom is doing it, that's just her. That's just what she does.
Dads are not capable of babysitting their own kid. It's parenting. That's what you do. That's not babysitting. Oh, I have to watch the kid tonight. No, you have to parent. And that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of mentality that we need to start switching out.
Yeah.
And it's the language that you use. Stop allowing men to get away with being praised for doing the bare freaking minimum. Quit praising them for babysitting when they don't have, no.
I feel like if a woman has a baby, do you want me to fix your hair?
No, it's okay. We're good.
I feel like if you gave birth, you don't have to do anything else.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if you're married to a man, that he should do everything from there on out. That is an obligation.
Well, it's the same thing that the mentality behind women taking care of the house and taking care of the children, that's not a full-time job. That is a job, folks. That is a exhausting, you never get a break kind of job. I think
someone has added it up that it's actually much longer than a full-time job and probably more strenuous and mentally freaking anguishing.
Oh, yeah. And then women are supposed to do that all day, and then when the husband gets home, supposed to wait hand and foot on him as well. And that's the thing. I come from a mentality of I'm pretty traditional. I definitely am conservative and traditional in the sense that if I were to ever get married, I would want it to be a traditional marriage where I would want him to be the provider.
Yeah.
And I would want to make him dinner, and I would want to provide for him at home. But I forget who said it. I saw it online. If you want,
I think we're about to say the same thing.
You say it because the wording is going to be messed up. If you want a traditional wife, you got to be a tradition, or you got to make. Oh, if you want a stay-at-home wife, you have to make stay-at-home wife money.
Yep, I saw that. I was going to say that.
That's amazing.
No, it's so true.
Yeah, because you can't expect her to go to her 9-to-5 job and then come home and wait hand and foot as the traditional wife, while you nah.
No, if you want a traditional wife, then she's going to be home all day. What did she say? Like, by the pool all day, and then I'll make you dinner?
Yeah. Yep. That's it. I'll take care of the house. I'll make you dinner, and then I'm going to relax the rest of the time. That's what you want. Yeah. I don't know. You get what you ask for kind of thing. I shouldn't say you get what you ask for. You got to put in the work to be able to, beggars can't be choosers kind of thing. So I actually saw another video. Guy was at home. He comes around. He's just like, hey, it's dinner time. What's going on? And she was like taking a nap or something. Oh, I'll get right on that. And then like, hey, I need this laundry done. Oh, I'll get right on that. I was just about to do that. It's like, if you got time to comment on it, you got time to do it.
Good grief.
I'm so freaking happy I'm single. Oh my God. It just every day just further and further ingrains in me. I meant to be single because I can't handle incompetency. I can't handle entitlement of men. Oh dear. I need you to get my blue nail polish out of here.
Okay.
It's a dark black bottle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, while we're on the topic of that. Yeah. Whoops. While we're on the topic of that, actually. Oh, I forget what you said earlier.
What?
You just made like a small comment that I'm like, oh, that leads perfectly into what I want to talk about. All right. Strap in, folks. I know we already
Do you want me to open that for you?
No, I was just mentally checking myself into something else. Stop watching me.
Sorry, I'm trying to help.
I appreciate it, but no, I got it.
Well, I just saw you go to open it I'm times.
Passing it off to myself because I'm thinking and I'm trying to mentally structure myself.
It was like you're trying to figure out how you were going to open it.
Strap in, folks, because now I know we were just talking about something serious, but now is Danielle's time to rant about something that this time it's pissed off about.
Okay.
Therefore, I'm going to talk in circles, not make a whole lot of sense, and repeat myself in different ways until I'm satisfied with the way that the information has been relayed.
This is my favorite part of the episode.
All right. Before I get really into it, I do want to say, I remember I was reading a book last week, Blood Over Brighthaven.
Yes.
In the works of being a 5-star read. Absolutely 5-star read. 6-star read. It was so fantastic. Highly recommend it. It blew my mind. Shattered my world. It was fantastic. It's what every book kind of needs to be. But that's not the point of what I was talking about. But it does lead into the next thing. So I finished reading that book. It blew my mind. I was sitting in a numb haze for a little while until I could get myself back together to read what another series that I wanted to read. This was just a romantasy, your classic run-of-the-mill romantasy, whatever. But it's a 4-book series. And so it kind of required a little bit more thought process than what I think I was mentally prepared for after reading Blood Over Brighthaven. So I started reading it, and it's good, don't get me wrong, but I kind of needed just like a mental break.
Yeah.
But I wanted to keep reading. Like, I didn't want to get into a slump or anything. So I switched over to reading what I call my easy cheesies.
I like that.
Because they're just, they're so routine. You've got your characters, you've got your issue, and they're their romances and whatever, but they're set in reality, so I don't have to take time to think and come up with the new worlds and everything. They're just straightforward.
I like that.
And they follow a very, very structured pattern, so they're nothing new. And I can read a 500-page book in one sitting because, they're really easy cheesies. The only thing is that nowadays, the market is becoming so saturated with smut that you cannot get away from it. So my easy cheesies are now just basically literature pornography with like your sprinkling of plot to keep it going, to give you a reason for the sex marathons, you know, whatever. So I'm reading one of these easy cheesies that's just basically porn. No way of getting around it, right? The thing is, all of these books also, with oversaturation and TikTok being, you know, book talk being completely consumed with these dark romances, that nowadays any book that you're going to pick up that's like an easy cheesy read is also going to have a whole long list of trigger warnings because they're dark and they're just miserable, because we are so numb to the way of the world that we have to have the most vile, disgusting things to be able to feel anything.
Yeah.
You know? So I open this book and it says, this book deals with a lot of things that could be triggering to people, but you're supposed to go into it blind. So if you need a more specific list of triggers, go to the website, blah, blah, blah. Well, The thing is, I already know. Like I said, these are routine books. If it says it has trigger warnings, you're guaranteed to get your sexual or domestic abuse, eating disorder. You're guaranteed to get all your traumas and everything. So you're not, you know, if even walking into it blind, I've memorized the routine. It's not going in blind. It's fine.
Okay.
This took the cake, though.
Oh. In a good way or
I'm
a
not
bad way?
Horrible, top tier, horrible way.
Oh my God.
Because I know my tone of voice is going to make it sound like I'm dismissing the trauma of sexual and domestic abuse and everything like that. I'm not. It's why I'm so upset with this, because as I was talked about before, child trafficking, sex trafficking and everything is one of my number one. It will set me off. It boils my blood. I cannot function because it's one of those things that get me so frustrated and just heartbroken. Anyway, going into this book, they were like, you need to go into it blind. Within 5 pages, you know that the main character was sexually abused as a child. You just know it. Like I said, it's routine at this point.
Okay.
The thing is, with these kind of topics, most authors have at least the little bit of courtesy, a little bit of couth to fade to black or do vague little scenes to kind of get the idea of things and leave up the rest to be filled in by the reader and just like, okay, this is what's happening. I don't need to see the whole thing. This author decided to do a full-blown, explicitly detailed, multi-page scene of a child rape. And I'm sitting here, I'm reading it, and like, before you guys, oh, well, you didn't need to read it. You had the choice to walk away from it, blah, blah, blah. No. The thing I'm irritated about is the fact that this is out in context and out in publication in the very first place. That is not something that should ever be written in explicit detail like that.
Well, like, who does that benefit?
That's
the point.
It benefits pedophiles.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the book, I'm not going to say the author, because I do not want, God forbid, a pedophile get a hold of this and then all of a sudden I just handed them more spank bank material. So I'm not going to say what it is. But it was so unbelievably I'm reading it, I'm like, when is it going to fade to black? Fade to freaking black. It was like a dream flashback memory kind of thing. I'm like, please wake up, please stop. Whole freaking scene, explicit detail of a child, a 12-year-old child being raped. Are you freaking kidding me? Now, call me a Karen, but if you think I'm a Karen for this, then I have to actually question your mentality. Why in the world do you think this is something that is okay to put out in the world? I've got my hands going. I'm like, I mean, I've read other books that have adult rape scenes. Like, I freaking read Haunting of Adeline, which is just a vile, disgusting book. It has explicit rape scenes in it, but at least that author had a little bit of the courtesy to keep it to a short couple sentences, maybe, right, rather than a 2-3 page long full-blown scene.
Well, because that's
I'm livid, dude.
That's like porn in itself.
It is. This is a lot of people say, like, men like to watch porn, women like to read porn. This is pornography. And for it to be child pornography, what are we doing? What the frick are you doing? And the audacity of this author to write something explicit, you can fill in, you can do like the vague. Yes. And the other problem is it's always info dump. With these kind of books, you always have the big reveal where the one person is talking to their significant other and reveals, like, yeah, I was sexually abused as a child. This happened, this happened, this happened. You have your one little paragraph of info dumping of like vague details. No, I got that after we got that. Don't get me wrong. We did get that after we already saw the explicit freaking scene. That was not that was so vilely, disgustingly unnecessary. And like I said, I will not say the author. I do not want people going in search of this and like just out of curiosity reading it. Like, I wish I hadn't read it. And so people for like, oh, you didn't need to read it. That's not the freaking point. it should have never been written in the first place. And for this author to have thought this so thoroughly to be able to explicitly write it in detail, I have to question what the frick she's doing. Like, that's it is pedophile. It is just, it's nothing short of pedophilia as far as this kind of thing. Like, you are giving pedophiles spank bank material with this.
Yeah, like under the guise that it's like integral to the story.
Yeah. I'm like, it was so disgusting. And then the rest of the book has the same kid who was sexually abused raping another guy, but the guy is like saying, "Oh, it wasn't rape because I never said no." You never said yes. And he's like excusing it away, and then they're like, "Okay, yeah, it was kind of messed up that you did that. Don't ever do it again." And then the guy does it again under the guise of like, "Well, your mouth was saying one thing, but your body was saying another. I know what to listen to." It was so disgusting. I was just like, this is the kind of thing, this kind of vile material is what our world is getting to, that is the only capacity that we can feel something. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm done with my easy cheesies nowadays, if that's the kind of material that is. And like I said, like the author put the trigger warning at the beginning, but didn't say, you know, if you want a specific list, then you have to go to the, you know, this is supposed to go in blind. That's not the kind of thing you write in explicit detail and let people go in blind.
Through that blind.
It was so disgusting. I'm so livid that, like I said, that's just not something that needs to be written in explicit detail like that.
No.
And it's just, I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a couple days now. I'm just freaking livid. Yeah, done with that author. Done with easy cheesies anymore, because they're not easy anymore. It's just vile. Don't read that crap. Yeah. It's just, I'll stick with my mind-boggling.
Yeah.
That's the world we've gotten to.
That's so gross.
I can't believe, like, for her to actually sit and write that, and then for a publisher to be like, yeah, this is fine. This is good. Go ahead. The frick, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Now I don't know what to do myself. Sorry. Yeah.
Wait, what did I say that brought that up for you?
No, you said something just about books or something like that. Not about that. That was...
Huh.
Anyway. I'm glad you're having a good day. I'm not.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I'll never be able to get that out of my head.
No, yeah.
It was just vile. Oh my god.
I'm just, like, my brain is racked at, like, the motivation behind it.
Yeah. Like, fading to black, or, like, the,
right,
like I said, the
there's,
vague...
like, a tasteful...
Yeah.
If you have to have it for part of the story. Yeah, of course, it's a real thing. There's a way to do it.
And that ain't it.
That way, definitely benefits some people.
Yeah, no, not this.
It's not necessary. Let's move on.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's important.
What else is going on in your world?
Oh, God.
I'm lightheaded now. I wore myself out with that.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Our society is just so depraved.
Yeah. Well, there's one for you. There are too many books.
There are. It's frustrating that I'm like, I want to read them all, and I'm never going to be able to read them all. What if I'm missing out on the best book in the world, and I'll never know it?
You've said this before. I think that's such a crazy thought to have. There are too many books. There are too many songs. There are too many things.
Too much stuff.
Too much stuff. Too many houses. Too many people.
I want to go like full Outlander and like travel back in time to when things were simple. I don't think I could, though.
When?
Well, I say that, but there was no simple time in history, because, like I said, humans of all times are all depraved.
No, it's true, because have you seen, like, cave paintings of women?
No. Well, men have been men all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Dicks have always been funny. Tits have always been attractive.
Oh, yeah.
Men have always wanted to rape women.
Here's your woman. All body, no face. No head.
As a woman should be.
Sometimes no head.
Yeah.
But the detail on the rest of her, and you know what parts I'm talking about.
Well, you see also with statues. You know, the breasts of a statue are always shiny and worn because people are always grabbing them. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And then there was one, I think he's a poet or something, his grave. He's
laying down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, people suck.
Don't you hate it? Don't you hate living here?
I do.
I hate it. I feel like nobody has to, I don't know.
You know what age I want to live in?
When?
I want to be a Viking. Women were revered in the Viking era. The Viking era. They were, you know, a shield maiden and everything. Women were warriors in the Viking age. And women could also divorce their husbands if they mistreated them and everything, which divorce a woman suggesting divorce in most cultures, not a thing that happens. Men owned women, but no, in the Viking era. Stop.
Why do I keep saying area?
The Viking era.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Fact check me. I could be talking my butt. I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure
Well, it's a
that
nice
women
thought,
were
either way. That's awesome.
respected. They had awesome hair and makeup too. Yeah. How do you feel about how to train
your dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon live action?
Live action? I don't even know what we're talking about.
You didn't know it's been the talk of the town.
No, I didn't see this.
There's a live action How to Train Your Dragon coming out.
Oh.
And
what do you think?
Oh. That's what I think about that. No, I love How to Train Your Dragon. I love it, love it, love it. I don't know what the interest in live action is.
Yeah, why?
I don't know why we have to have live action when the animation is just fine.
Well, you go. There's too many movies.
There's too many movies. There's not enough ideas anymore
I think
either.
I was just going to say, I think it's probably just another way to capitalize on something that was already made.
Yeah. Instead of thinking of something new, we just go this is tried and true. Let's just do this again.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah.
The animation's fine. And the thing that kills me about it, though, is because everyone's gung-ho about live action, it takes away the respect for the art form.
Yeah.
Animation is an art. And
especially
by saying, we need a live action, it's saying the art wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I want more. That's just rude.
Yeah.
Have we ever made a live studio version of any Studio Ghibli? No, because everyone respects it as the amazing art that it is. Have we? If we have, shame on us, because that's not Studio
I don't
Ghibli
know what that is.
Like Spirited Away or Howl's Moving Castle. Studio Ghibli is anime.
Oh, okay. I've heard of Spirited Away, I think.
That was the first anime Studio Ghibli I ever watched, and it's brilliant.
I'm interested in some. I've never seen any anime. Do people consider Avatar anime?
No.
Okay.
Anime
definitely haven't.
Anime is a Japanese art form.
Okay.
Specifically. Now, Avatar is an honorary anime. They always say that because it's American made, so it's not anime, but it holds all the classic, kind of check marks all the things that animes have or desire. So it's an honorary American anime.
I see. Well, then I've seen the first 2 episodes of that with you. I've never watched an anime.
Have you seen Spirited Away?
No. I haven't seen a single thing. I really want to watch. I don't know what it's called. I just know it's a girl and she's got like a clip in her hair. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I need a little bit more than that.
That's all I know about it. It just looks really good. I don't know. It's just a girl and she's got like a chip clip in her hair, and then people have made it in real life and it looks really dumb. She's little. She's very small. And so she's got like a bread clip and it's huge in her hair, but it's adorable.
Bring up the picture.
I'm
currently
recording. Where's your phone at?
In my pocket. In this pocket.
Can you get it?
No.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what it's called.
No, dig in my pocket.
I'm not touching your pocket.
It's right here. It's right on the side. It's not in my back pocket or anything.
You're just far away. That's what it is.
Oh, lazy ass.
Sorry. Anime with girl clip in hair. Uh-oh. It's like a bread clip. Oh no.
Can't find it? Because it doesn't exist?
No,
it does. A figment of your imagination?
Anime big clip in hair. Come on! I found it before this way. Oh. Ariety? Arritty?
Let me see.
Arity? This chick?
Oh, that chick.
What is this? Arity?
I don't know.
Ariety?
I don't know.
I want to watch that.
Okay.
I also want to watch
it together.
Ponyo.
I've seen Ponyo.
Good?
I don't remember. It's so visually appealing, though. Half the time I'm just watching it and I don't actually pay attention to the storyline because it's just so visually beautiful.
Well, that and this, whatever it is, they are just what do you want to call it? Like lo-fi cartoon, low stimulation. And I feel like that's what I need. Because, I don't know. I like cartoons, but some of them are so overstimulating. Like Adventure Time is very overstimulating.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just looking for like low stimulation
Avatar.
cartoons. Avatar, Ponyo, this other one.
I will say, I watched Spirited Away when I was a kid for the first time, with it being dubbed in English. Don't watch it dubbed.
Oh, okay.
Horrible. I don't know what it is about dubbed versions, but they always make them super high pitched and screechy and annoying.
Yikes.
So the main girl in Spirited Away, woo! I mean, technically speaking, I guess it was good. It was good voice acting and whatever, but it got on my nerves real quick. And then I went to go see it subbed in theater.
What's subbed?
Subtitled.
Oh, but
dubbed is, with the
I see.
voiceover, and then
Yeah.
subbed with, subtitles. I don't know if that's what I call it that, but I don't know.
Oh.
It's actually
I like that.
subbed.
Closed captioned.
Oh yeah, closed caption, sure. But so much better.
Yeah.
So much better when you get that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. So watch it in Japanese, folks.
Okay.
Subtitle it up.
Can do.
Yeah. I'll watch that with you. We need to watch that because I want to watch it again. It's so brilliant.
I watched The Sound of Music the other night.
Of course you did.
Oh, I cry every time. But now I'm also watching like thirst edits of the dad on TikTok,
Dear
and
Lord.
I'm in a great time in my life.
No,
I'll tell you that right now. He
Oh my
is
good Lord.
so good looking.
If you say so.
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Have you seen him? He's also such a good actor.
Sure.
Also, I learned that they dubbed over his singing voice.
Sure.
What? No, that's true. They
I'm
did.
just
They
saying,
did dub it
I'm
over.
so unimpressed.
What do you mean?
I'm so unimpressed with him.
By his looks or by his what?
Everything.
You don't like him.
I'm completely indifferent toward him.
Have you seen it?
Of course I've seen it.
When was the last time you saw The Sound of Music?
Not long enough ago.
You don't like The Sound of Music?
I'm
Are you kidding? It's historical, romance, heartbreak, violence,
that romance.
travel.
That romance
Comedy.
is so
Are you kidding?
subpar.
What do you
dude.
mean?
That's
What do you
the
mean?
most
It's enemies to
subpar.
lovers. Are you kidding?
No,
Are you kidding?
that's so subpar, dude.
Okay, listen to this. You know Liesel, the oldest daughter, she's supposed to be 16, but the actress was
Going on set.
yes. The actress was 22 at the time, and Christopher Plummer, the dad, was like 35, and they said that she had a crush on him. Oh my god, would have been me so hard.
Ew.
Well, that's like 13 years.
He was 35
I just said that.
in the movie. He was 35.
I don't think he was. I don't know how old he was supposed to be.
The dad was 35
He was 35 years old
in the
real
movie.
life. In real life, I don't know how old he's.
That's what I
supposed to
mean.
be.
While filming the movie, he was 35 years old. He
Yes.
looked like he was 60.
They looked older back then.
Dear Lord. Oh my God.
Okay, how many men do you know who are 35? Do you know any?
Do I know any? Do I know any? They
You
almost
don't
have to
even
be
know
in
what a
their 50s.
35-year-old looks like. Come on.
I know plenty of.
People looked old back then. Plus, he had the stress of like the Nazis and stuff. I'm just kidding. That didn't really happen to him. But he was 35. She
I
was
know plenty of
22.
35-year-olds, and they look so much younger nowadays. No, he looked old. But I think it was. I think it's because of like the light, worn out, washed out eyes.
You don't like this blue eyes?
No,
Listen, I'm not a blue eye fan. You know this. I think they're creepy.
they are so creepy.
But on him, okay, Liesel's eyes are terrifying.
awful.
And I feel like they like oversaturated them on purpose.
You know who also has really disconcerting eyes? She's beautiful.
Billie Eilish.
Yes, but I was also thinking I'm gonna mess up her name. Is it Alexandra Daddario?
I don't know who that is.
She played Annabeth in the original like Percy Jackson live action movies. Brown hair, bright blue eyes. Like she's known for her. Like look her up because holy frick,
Why are we
weird,
okay? Society,
disconcerting.
let's stop praising when people have super icy, bright blue eyes. Let's start praising when people have brown eyes that
Yes.
are so dark that they
Yes.
are black.
Yes.
AKA me. Because
Yes.
I've never seen as dark of an eyeball, an iris, excuse me, as I
I'm
have.
so obsessed with your eyes.
That's weird, but I've never seen anybody with as dark of eyes as I have. I've never seen. I've literally had people come into Ace and be like, "You have the darkest eyes I've ever seen." I know. Why are they so dark?
I'm gonna need to. I
Why
need
are
to put
they?
it.
They're black.
I need you to put it in your will that I get your eyeballs when you die.
Can you preserve them?
I don't know.
Or do you just
I'm
want
gonna
like
try.
the iris, like just like 2 little contact lenses of an iris to have?
Well, I like the whole eyeball.
You want the whole
I
ball?
want the whole ball.
All right.
Your eyes are spectacular.
They are so dark.
freaking-tacular.
And listen, I don't like it.
Are Josie's eyes the same?
They're much lighter.
Are they?
They're brown, but they're light brown. Like, and I love them because she puts on a black mascara and the brown pops. You can tell they're brown. I put on a black mascara, and if I didn't, I don't know what color I would do because my eyelashes are black and my eyebrows are black and my eyeballs are freaking black. Nothing is standing out. Everything is blending in, and everything just looks.
No, it is.
It's so much contrast that
I love it. I love it. I love it.
My point was I don't like them, but if society started praising the freaking darkness of a brown eyeball, then maybe I would be up somewhere. Because
haven't we already established that my opinion is the only one that matters?
Okay. Well, not about Christopher Plummer though, because he's really good looking. Come on.
He's just.
I also just loved his character, how he is so hard in the beginning and then he softens. It's just nice.
Have you seen that one scene where he calls her captain? That was a
Yes.
that was a mistake that they just left in. I love that.
No, but it's great for the storyline.
Yeah, it works. It works. It worked nicely. Yes.
Yeah, actually, now that you say that he looks old for 35, he might have a little bit.
Yeah.
But it also could be that he's in like uniforms and stuff.
No, he
He
face
lived for
looked
it to
old.
be very old, and he looked good when he was old too.
If you say so.
His face is old. Well, he does have a big single forehead line. Like
Well,
a
that's the
wrinkle.
thing. His face was like too small for his big ass head. He had a big head, small face, like features and everything.
Oh my god, you hate him.
I don't hate him. I'm just completely indifferent toward him.
You sound indifferent. His face was too small for his big, fat, dumb head. Yeah, you sound really neutral about him. You said that.
Did I say that?
You said that.
I'm so mean.
You sound pretty indifferent.
I'm so sorry.
No, insult him again and then tell me how you're indifferent. Go ahead. Oh, he looked really old for his age? Is that how you feel? But you're indifferent. You're not. Just say that then. You think he's ugly.
We've established
You
this.
think he's ugly and you hate him. Just say it. I know you're thinking it.
Oh my god. I love him. I love him.
You don't.
I love him.
You're crying. I know you don't like him. Just say that then. Don't claim to be indifferent if you really just hate him. It's fine. You're allowed to hate him.
I might not find him attractive. I have nothing against him as a
It
person.
sounds like you do those.
No, as a person, I have nothing against him. I'm indifferent toward him as a person.
He was not a good person, though.
Oh well, then I hate him.
He wasn't a nice person.
What the frick is this? Oh my god. Oh, I'm crying. Oh, I need you to get my clear. It's a red bottle in there.
No, I hear that he was a little bit of a jerk.
Oh,
He was a little bit of like a especially on The Sound of Music, he was a little bit of like a
drill sergeant.
no, like he felt like he was too good for that movie, and he hated the role, and he didn't like being with the kids, and
Oh, screw him.
he called Gretel fat because he had to like pick her up, and I guess she was heavy. So
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I just like The Sound of Music, dude. It's good.
Not my movie.
Come on, bro. He's anti-Nazi. You have to at least like him a little bit.
He was not anti-Nazi. He was
Anti-working for the Nazis.
anti getting involved. He was like a neutral. He's like,
But he tore up the flag.
did he? I
Yeah,
don't remember.
he tore up a Nazi
He let his
flag.
daughter date a Nazi.
He wasn't a Nazi at first, though. He was just a male. He was a telegram carrier.
Yeah, that
And
went
also he
around.
didn't
Hail
know-
Hitler.
He didn't know they were dating. That was the whole thing. They were dating in secret.
Yeah, I don't know. You can keep talking. I'm not gonna like it. It's not gonna change my mind. You're so adamant about it. I get it.
It is.
It's classic. I'm not
It
gonna lie.
is
It's,
too long.
yeah.
It's 3 hours long. That's too long. Much
You know
too
what's
long.
not long enough?
Hmm.
The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings. They're like 4 hours long, and they could be like 6 hours long. It's fine.
We're not gonna be able to hear you if you want to be on this. You got to be like right here.
Yeah, the mics are actually legitimate nowadays. So
Nowadays,
I'm actually crying. Good job. You've made me cry. Now I'm gonna look like a
why are you
raccoon for my
crying?
meeting.
Like laughing?
Yeah,
You
you made me
don't-
laugh
but
really
you're-
freaking hard.
You don't smear. You're good.
You don't smear.
You're smudge proof. You're good.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
You're fine. right?
After I made a mess of myself, yeah, the setup is good.
She got some gel in her hair. She thought that one was spilling, but it was fully closed.
Fully closed. I forgot I closed it, and so yeah, it was.
Oh, it's dumping! It's dumping! It's dumping! It's just sliding down, and it's fully closed and sealed. Whatever you
like
say.
I said, I
dude.
can't talk and do anything else at the same time. And you know, I'm going to all this work. I'm taking it all off tonight. I just have to get through my meeting at work. Because when I'm leaving for the next couple days, I don't want to have to worry about it chipping and redoing it and everything. So I have to just take it all off and just do my French.
Your French.
Yeah. As much as I like, we talked about it before the podcast. I have my royal blue nail polish.
Yes.
That we talked about last time. And I like it. It's good. But the
not
color
good
it's not that. It's because to get the solid blue, you have to do like 3 or 4 layers, which makes it really thick. But being with it really thick makes it easier for it to catch on things and peel off.
Oh.
And so it's been only a couple days. It looked great, but it caught and it peels. With gel nail polish, it's not like, it doesn't chip, it peels off in like larger sheets and everything. So the whole freaking thing comes off and looks terrible. So I don't have time to mess around with that. I like it, but no bueno.
It's pretty. It's really pretty.
I do like it. I messed that one up.
So do you do a white so that the blue pops, or okay, it's not just like a what do you call it, first coat?
Well, the problem with that is because I did it the first time I put it on. This is a second actually redo, because the first time I put it on, I did not put a white undercoat, and you could see like where the French tip that I had below, like your nail color will show through. Even though I had 3 layers of blue, it's still the discoloration. I had to take it back off, put a white coat, and then do it again. So I actually have like 4 layers of nail polish on just to get it solid and yeah.
Well, plus a top coat.
Yeah, I have 4 layers of nail polish color and then a top coat. So they're thick. They are thick.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's easier for it to catch.
So you have the French like additive on under all of that?
Yes, because it was already on and I didn't feel like taking it all off.
I see. That's cool. What do you think about French tip toes?
Ew.
Right?
Ew.
But why do people did that in like the 2000s? Why?
If you have your toenails long enough to do a French tip, that is so grody to me.
Well, everything, all of my nails are just so short and flush to my skin. Like I don't have anything hanging off of anything. But especially, I think toenails should even go a little bit.
Toenails should be basically non-existent. They should be so short they're basically non-existent.
Do you have like your pinky toe? What's the nail situation? Because mine is ridiculous.
Non-existent. It's so
mine is like so deformed and like crooked, and then sometimes I'll clip it and it's gone.
Yes, same.
Any bit of it that I had, it disappears.
Yes, exactly the same.
But also, my pinky toe kind of lives underneath my 4th toe.
That is because you're wearing the wrong kind of shoes.
No, I was born this way, bro.
I don't know. I think you're still wearing the wrong kind of shoes. They just sit
and they kind of fit into each other.
Your toes, when you stand up, your toes are supposed to splay out. And most shoes pinch your toe box and everything pinch.
Okay, you might be right.
Yeah. Mine.
I do wear wide, though.
I have a hole in my sock.
Oh, how'd you do that?
I don't know. Do you see it?
I do.
I'm spreading my toes, and I just found found a hole.
Little tiny feet.
I don't like wearing shoes.
No, I mean, I don't like wearing socks.
Socks, one way or the other, don't really matter to me.
Well, I hate to be wearing a sock and I'm under a blanket.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
If you wear socks to bed, oh my god, get help. The layers, I can't. I don't like wearing pants in bed either, though. I gotta wear shorts. I gotta wear shorts, and I gotta be able to cricket. You gotta rub it.
Yeah, no, pants do not belong in bed. People who wear like sweatpants to bed, you're a psychopath.
Especially if it has like the cinched ankle.
Psychopath.
Forget that.
Absolute psychopath.
Well, I end up sweating.
Yeah,
I sweat like crazy when I sleep.
Mm-hmm. I have to have it like -5 degrees in my room to be able to sleep comfortably.
Oh, we know all about you and your your unwillingness to turn the heat on.
I've had my heat on, actually. I was like, but my heat is on at, I think, 63. And it's toasty. It feels toasty.
What?
Now, if I'm in my living room and I'm reading, I do get cold because I'm like really stationary.
Yeah. You gotta exercise in your house if you want to be warm.
Yeah, but when I'm in bed, I definitely like it colder because I'm more snuggled in all my blankets and I get too hot.
We have it at 68 in here. Does it feel warm in here to you, or does it feel the same as your place?
Feels okay. I think just because this is more open spaces have to have it a little bit warmer. My apartment is rather small and enclosed more, so I can get away with having a colder.
63.
63.
Well, the other day, the battery of our thermostat died, so it was like 65 in here, and I was like freaking out. It was so cold.
We lost power the other day for a long while. Yeah.
Why?
To the point where I was like, I'm going to lose all my food in my fridge. Yeah, I was a little worried.
What happened?
With the snow and everything, it was just heavy. I don't know. It knocked out my power from 4 o'clock in the morning on through like 11 o'clock.
Wow. One time, this is a question that I have, but nobody can answer it for me. But I posted on my Snapchat story. I forget, I worded it so dumb, but I was just like, why 65 inside cold, 65 outside warm?
Mm-hmm.
Why 70 outside hot, or I don't remember. But you know what I mean?
70 outside cold, 70 inside hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Like
65, you're 63 in your place, and I'm thinking that's frigid. But if it's a spring day and it's 63, it's beautiful out, and I don't even need a jacket.
Okay. Why 98 body temperature inside you fine?
Oh,
yes.
98 outside not fine.
Not
Yeah.
fine.
Not fine.
My insides are hotter than my outsides.
That's it.
No, but that's true, because if it's
100%.
98, like, you're cooked. You're cooking. You're boiling.
Yeah, no, that actually has always weirded me out, especially like, what are they called? Sensory deprivation tanks. I want to know, what temperature did they usually set that at to equalize everything?
Well, water is totally different, too, because water could be 70 degrees, like a pool, and that feels cold.
That's freezing.
But if a pool is like, well, hot tubs are like 100, and I'd say they're comfortable. So what's going on? Something's not adding up. And I think it's because we're in Fahrenheit.
That's it. That's all. No, actually, I will say, as far as like temperature is better in Fahrenheit, I'll say that. People are like, just use
makes more sense.
It makes so much more sense because what they always say is just like what is it? Is it Celsius is better in relation to water? Like 0 is freezing and 30 is boiling. Or I lied. 100 is boiling. 30 is like that comfortable area and everything, or something like that in Celsius.
Okay.
So that's in relation to water, though. That makes more sense for water. And then Fahrenheit is more in relation to people, because 0 is really freaking cold. Middle of the road, 50 to 60, kind of middle of the road. That's pretty comfortable, whatever. 100 degrees is entirely too hot for the human body. Okay.
Yeah.
But as far as like the temperature goes, when people are saying like 30 degrees Celsius or something, well, Fahrenheit covers smaller degrees.
Right.
30 to 31 degrees Celsius covers like 3 different degrees within Fahrenheit. If you change my thermostat 1 degree in Fahrenheit,
I was gonna say that.
I'm noticing.
It makes
so
a
you
difference.
can't just say, oh, it's a 30, because what does 30 degrees Celsius mean? It could be any of the 3 temperatures that isn't equalizing to Fahrenheit. So like, nah, I don't play that game with Celsius. No, I'm pretty specific when it comes to my temperature.
I don't play games with Celsius.
I need
What you need?
a cotton pad
Okay.
and the acetone.
Okay. So what do we learn today?
People suck.
People suck. We knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't learn that.
That has been a done and dusted topic.
Wait, you put acetone on them?
It solidifies.
What? Does it take them off?
You have to soak it in acetone for a good long while for it to actually soak off.
Wow.
But acetone sets the gel.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is so interesting.
So when they say, "Oh, you need to buy this separate thing," it's acetone, folks. It's just acetone.
Don't you hate when they're selling you something, you're like, oh, I know what that is. Like those little fruit fly, why can't I say that? Fruit fly traps, those little red, like, apple-looking things. It's a fruit fly. It's just like, it looks like a little apple. It's like red and it's got like holes and it attracts. It's just, and it's filled with a liquid. The liquid's just apple cider vinegar. It's so obvious.
I love when, it's just a gimmick. Oh, and those like oil absorption pads for your face, those little blue sheets that absorb oil.
Oh, it's just a toilet seat cover.
I'd never heard toilet seat cover, but brown paper towels.
Or just a tissue. Come on. Again. There are too many things.
There are too many things.
You don't need all of them.
Yep.
You don't even need most of them.
Mm-hmm. You know what also grinds my gears?
What grinds you?
Name brand.
Like versus, or
Like-
just in general?
Just the fact that like name brand things cost so much more when half the time they're uglier than what you can get at Target for. Like, what are those Yeezys? Those Croc-like Yeezys?
I don't know what's going on
Those
there.
those future. Those are the dumbest looking shoes. If I saw someone with those stupid ass shoes at Barnes and Noble, I've never judged so hard in my life.
I don't think I know exactly what we're talking about.
I mean, I got like my
I'm there
gold
with ya.
forged ticket to hell with how much I was judging this person. I'm like, you look stupid on every freaking degree possible with those stupid Yeezy looking mother truckers. I hate those things. They're so ugly. If you wear those things, don't come near me. That is where I draw the line. Those freaking shoes, no way. Do not come near me with those. I'll kick you in your stupid face. Done. I'm done. Those are. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
I think I do.
And I'm with
I
ya.
do. Those, they're like Crocs, but they look like, I don't know, they look like someone's toupee
Like
got
the
blown in the
cloud
wind,
Crocs?
frozen,
Crocs.
and then someone stuck them on your shoe.
Oh, toupee?
But they're like, yeah, like, okay, if you picture a toupee and it's blowing in the wind, it blows sideways and has like the angles, you spray it so it stays like that, then you paint pretty colors on it, and then you put it on your feet. That's what those stupid shoes look like to me. Oh, they're so ugly. They are so freaking stupid, and they cost a fortune.
Of course.
Yeezy
Alright,
foam.
by the way-
Yeezy foam runners. Screw you and
Yup.
everything you live on. I
hate
can't.
that.
I
hate
can't.
that.
God,
it's
how
like it's like a
stupid.
croc got blown in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just no.
You heat
I'm
up a
judging
croc
you.
and then you
The fact
blow
that
dry
you
it
spend
one
that
way.
amount of money on something so freaking
How much
stupid,
are they?
just ridiculous. $129 on Amazon.
Well, Crocs are expensive too. Why am I paying $50 for 2 pieces of foam?
And Crocs are stupid. What was the movie? There was a movie that Crocs were featured in because they needed. The whole gimmick was that they were supposed to. The movie was making fun of a really stupid looking shoe, and it was Crocs. But unfortunately, it backfired, and they took off, and they got popular.
Oh, that's how.
I forget what movie it was.
Oh, wow.
Someone told me about it or whatever. That Crocs were originally created to be stupid, and then
And
they
it took off.
and it took off because people are stupid.
Yeah.
God, they're so. UGG boots. Those
I've
stupid
never
brown
been-
UGG
I've
boots.
never been into
Ugly.
Uggs.
Stop wearing them. It's a gimmick. It's a thing. Like, oh, how stupid and how cheap of a shoe can we make
Well,
and
I
brand
think-
it as something amazing?
Why would you want to wear a boot if it's not waterproof?
It's
And if it's gonna stain when it gets wet?
oh yeah,
Huh?
oh yeah. The salt. People wear them during the winter, and the salt just like forms on them, and then you have like a ring of salt. It looks so freaking stupid. Obviously, I'm a shoe person.
Well,
I
again,
love shoes.
I'm not
but, like,
into. I have a sock on and now I'm in a fuzzy boot. I'm not into
Ugh.
that. That's too much.
I can't. I draw the line. I can't freaking do it.
No, I'm with
coming
you.
from the person who lives in nothing but Hey Dudes. I know I'm probably sounding hypocritical. Hey Dudes are fantastic though. They're cute too.
I'm so with you though. There are some trends that I just don't. I'll never. No matter how trendy they are, I'll just never give it.
But that's the thing,
I'll
and
never
I'm
be a
like,
part of
they're
it.
selling garbage just for the name. You're buying the name. You're not buying anything of actual good quality. And then I see videos of like, oh, I'm bringing these real Nikes. Like, oh no, guess freaking what?
You okay? What?
I went through all of that for another one to chip.
It just chipped right
It
now.
just chipped. It's peeling up.
How?
Oh, I hate my life. No, I got done fixing the 4 that already peeled, and now a 5th one is peeling up.
Oh,
Alright,
you
where's
didn't
my
fix that
glue?
one.
I'm gluing it down.
All right. You know what I want to do?
What time is it?
It's 11:42.
Oh, shoot. Okay. We got
You
like
gotta
5
go.
minutes before I gotta go.
I want to know how pharmacies work.
What do you mean?
We had to pick up our prescription. We come in, and I knew this was what was gonna happen, but we're like, oh, we're picking up for whatever. Oh yeah, it'll be 10 or 15 minutes. Is always what they say.
I don't get it.
Why? Why does it take? Why do you just have it over there?
That's it. You knew it
What
was
do you
coming
mean?
in. It should have already been bottled up. It should already be under the name. You grab it and
what
you go.
it is, it's in a drawer sitting there in a plastic bag. Just grab it. Okay, well, it'll be 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, 10 or 15 minutes go by. We come back. Yeah, so they got one of them filled, but the other two, it's gonna be 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I don't get it. How does it work?
Pharmacist.
And I'm
please
really asking,
chip in here. Let us know, because I do want to know too.
what are you guys doing back there?
That's the thing, and I'm like, there got to be more efficient ways to go about pretty much everything, and we just don't. We just stick with what we do, or make it as inconvenient as possible for a shtick or a capitalistic gain. Life is such a. I'm checking out, folks. I'm done.
We're done.
If you can't tell, I'm pretty much.
We're
fed
going
up
back
with
to the
everything.
Viking area.
Dick. Ah! Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my scraps in my bag.
No, you leave them on the tray. I'll throw them away.
No, that's gross.
What? Why is it gross? It's nail polish.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You're wearing a blanket that you blow your snot into, and your nail polish is gross.
Listen,
No.
priorities.
It's too bad that you have to go to your meeting because Josie and I are going to go to Hobby Lobby.
My meeting's not going to be that long.
How long?
I don't know. How long do you guys have?
Well, I got to work today.
I want to go Hobby Lobby. That's rude.
And what? I didn't know you had a meeting. I was going to invite you. Well, I figured you were just going to come, honestly.
Yeah, I would have. Dang it.
Sorry. Well, she just left, so if she gets back and you're done.
Well, like I said, I don't know if the lease, I think this might just be kind of a talk about, I don't know if they actually have the lease drawn up and contract and everything, but even then it's only a couple signatures and let's go. Give me a time frame of when I can start moving in.
That's so exciting. Do you need help with that? Can I help you move in?
Probably not. I don't got a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I'll let you know though.
Let me know.
You got a truck?
Eric has a truck.
Other than that, you're pretty useless. You're not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. Like, I'm so close. So if you ever need something,
I will be hitting you up.
Yeah, hit me up.
If I'm ever at work and I have a break in between, we're gonna be getting lunch.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It's Chipotle.
Chipotle
has all my money.
Well, there's a Pizza Cutters right here too.
Yeah, I've never tried it.
You never tried it, and it's literally right down the street from you.
Yeah, I could walk there. Never tried it. Crazy. There's an Indian place next door that is so good. Oh, now I'm hungry.
Sorry, I am too.
Whatever.
I'm tired, guys. I'm really freaking tired, and I've got an 8-hour drive tomorrow. I'm like, oh my God.
Doesn't Arby's have like jalapeno bites?
Yeah.
Oh, I want those so bad.
Guess what I'm gonna do? Wipe my snot on my snot rag.
Snot it up.
You had me laughing, and I was crying, so now I'm all snotty.
I don't even remember what I said.
You were making fun of me.
Oh, yeah,
That's funny,
probably. I love Chipotle. Oh, everybody hates Chipotle. I love Chipotle, and I try to make it.
Who
home.
hates Chipotle?
Everybody.
What?
Everybody who I know hates it, but I try to make it at home, and it's not the same.
Of course it's not the same.
But why? It's just basic stuff. Why can't I make it?
They probably got some freaking chemicals in it or whatever.
MSG.
Yeah. Which I heard MSG is not. It's a seasoning.
No, I hear that it's like it's based in racism. Is why we think it's
Of course it is.
It's bad for you. It's
Oh
just
my
like
God.
salt.
What?
Yeah.
It's a seasoning. I don't know. I'm just fed up. I'm gonna hobbit myself away and just live in a hole in the ground. I just don't. Oh my gosh. I don't know what is happening nowadays, but the last few episodes, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have the entire world against me.
No, yeah, we're getting canceled for sure.
We're getting canceled for 100% sure. Everybody hates me now, and that's fine. No, I'll cry about it. If someone says anything mean to me, I'll probably cry. But you know what?
It's hard because I feel like my opinions, they're so in between.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid that some of the things that we've said will attract an extreme that I don't necessarily agree with. Well, I don't agree with either of the extremes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just afraid. You know what I mean?
Well, my thing is, like, people base the things that they go off of. You know, I'm not excluding myself from that too. But as far as, you know, religious views, political views, the way you approach different things, if you have a strong enough opinion about something and you differ on that, you want to write off the whole person. And so with our views going from left, right, all this way, and like having such strong opinion, at least me, I know it. Well, that's the thing. I'm like, I might say something that resonates with a person, but the next thing I say, they are
Right.
adamantly against. And it's like, what do you do with that?
Right.
So that's why we have
some
one
of the things
person.
we've said like really resonate
Yeah.
with ones, and I'm just saying that I'm not either. If you've heard
Yeah.
something and you think that I'm sitting on one side, nope, you're wrong. And leave. I'm just kidding. Don't leave.
I think with everything we've been talking about recently, I think people can kind of see that I do tend to lean toward one direction. But it's less, I don't agree with people. I think I've said it before. I don't agree with people. I agree with policies.
Yes.
You know, if we're talking politics or whatever. I don't agree wholeheartedly with one person. Like, anything you say, I'm going to question it. I don't care if
People should be questioned.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm like, people will just kind of blindly follow a person because they're like, oh, I'm supporting this person. And they almost kind of like intrinsically support everything about them. They feel like
Right.
they have to. No.
You don't have to justify it. You don't have to support everything they say.
So I guess my biggest thing is like, I want more. I'm so open with talking about my opinions and everything because I want people to be more willing to open up about it.
Yes.
And I know we talked about like, it's weird when people have such a strong opinion on something, but at the same time, it's like, I want people to choose their battles and make it reasonable what they're choosing for. And then when you do figure out what you actually stand for, go all out for it.
Educate yourself and stand for what you stand for, but also don't be afraid to be wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have so much respect for people who are just like, oh, I see now.
Like what's the word? Like, don't be a people pleaser and don't be willing to like just move just because it's easier to.
Yeah.
Like, stand by what you stand by, but be able to back it up. And if you can't, then that's okay.
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta change it.
Stop having viewpoints that you cannot back up.
Yeah.
Just because someone tells you to think something, if you can't back that up, if you can't reason and logic your way through it, it's probably not a stance you should have. And that, I guess, is my biggest thing. The viewpoints and stuff that I have, it's because it's built on something that I can actually logically understand and it's reasonable to get through where I'm going. And I'm a very analytical, very scientific person. I don't, and this is going to sound extremely hypocritical, I do know that, because I get so riled up and because I am so like energetic and passionate about different things, but it's just my tone of voice and it's how my brain is working with it. I just rapid fire my way through my ideas and my thoughts and everything. And so that's when it ends up sounding like I'm really angry, I'm really passionate about something, or I'm irritated, whatever. It's less that I'm irritated and angry, and it's more of just trying to catch up with my own thoughts. But I'm not based emotionally. I'm really not based emotionally. I'm really more scientific. Like, the logic and reasoning that I have has to scientifically back up every aspect. If you approach me with an analogy that, like, does this work here? Okay, but does it work here as well? And if they don't work on both ideas or both general directions, none of that makes sense. I know it makes sense in my head. But if you cannot apply the same logic and reasoning to multiple different scenarios, it's probably because the logic and reasoning does not hold up.
Yeah.
So then I have to backtrack and be like, okay, we got to think through this again. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Any stance that you have, be able to work it out. And if it doesn't hold water in one area, let's start questioning things. Let yourself be open to changing your mind. Let yourself be like, oh, I was mistaken. If you don't want to admit you're wrong, be like, oh, okay, I didn't have all the information just yet. Now I have more.
Learning. Yeah, always be learning.
And it's just
stay learning, stay open,
stay kind, other than if you wear Yeezys. Screw off if you wear Yeezys.
You're the dad from Sound of Music.
Oh, man.
What was I going to try to... I was going to try to say, like, stay, like, firm in your beliefs, but also there's a balance. There's a balance to everything.
Definitely figure out what you believe in, and then if it works and if you really are truly hold to that, don't cave to other people just because, you know, they're harping on something. If you really truly believe it, stick with it. But like you said, be open, you know, be willing to have a conversation, be willing to see other people's point of view. And then once you have all those other point of views, let that either strengthen your already established belief and be able to even more argue for your belief, or, you know, be willing to have that belief like, okay, I see where you're coming from. Now let's work it and see what is actually more true. Yeah, the people who are just adamant about something because that's the first thing they heard and that's what people around them are talking about, and they're just like, yeah, we'll go with that, and then you just harp on it and you're beating a dead horse with it kind of thing. It's like, buddy.
Well, nothing makes you look more dumb than when you know you're wrong and you
double down.
Woo! Just be open. You look so much smarter if you're just willing to learn.
Yeah.
It feels obvious, but it's not natural.
Yeah.
People.
Well, now we're talking about this, and I'm starting to think through all the things we've talked about before in the conversations, the viewpoints I've said, and that's the one problem with not having enough of a fan base to push back. Our one person hasn't commented on anything.
It's nice for now.
It's nice for now,
but
at the same time, I'm like, a lot of the standpoints that I've made, a lot of arguments that I've made and stuff, I would very much like if you do it nicely. Do it nicely. I'm sad if you be mean to me. There are ways to approach this. That's also the other thing. Be willing to have a mature and respectful conversation. Yeah. Again, I know my tone of voice is always like so angry and adamant, but like if I'm actually talking to someone and having a conversation, I am so like afraid of confrontation. The conversation, at least on my side, it will be nice. It will be respectful because I really don't like being yelled at, and therefore I don't like yelling at other people.
Yeah.
So I know when I'm on my tangents, I get riled up. That's not how I'm going to have a conversation, I promise.
Well, that's not you like yelling at me, even though this is like, it might seem like that.
Yeah.
That's you like yelling in your head.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to catch up with my own thoughts, and then I just outrace myself, and then it just gets loud. I just build myself.
Did you ever do that? The voice jammer. The voice jammer, I think it's called. It's like
I
It's
love when
an
I
app.
ask, like, what is that? And then you just repeat
I'll
it like I'm
explain
going to
it.
suddenly know.
It's an app on your phone you can get, but basically you put headphones on so you can't hear yourself, and so you have your microphone on, and the voice jammer will play you speaking back to you, but like a second later,
Oh, and it messes up your speech.
and you can't, and you like stumble and you stutter and you like can't, and so like, and then a lot of people try to get louder so they can hear themselves over it, but you can't, because obviously you've got like noise canceling headphones on or
Yeah.
whatever.
Can we try that?
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, you want to do it like next episode or something?
Yeah. That
It's-
sounds fun.
When I do it, because I'm hearing my speech a second later, I feel like my speech is continuing, and so I'll just
Let yourself try and catch up with it.
and I can't stop until I
Yeah.
run out of breath, and then I still can't stop because I'm still hearing it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like, well, if I'm hearing myself speak, I must be speaking. So I'm
Yeah.
like, and it's a loop of like it's going on longer. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah, we
holding
are
out
so
longer,
doing this.
and it keeps going. But a lot of people will just like stutter, or like but I like
It's
just
because
hold out
it's
my
probably it's probably because what they're hearing is what they want to go off of rather than what they're actually saying, and so
Yeah.
they want to backtrack themselves and they end up just stuttering because it loops on itself.
I
That's
can't
so.
believe you've
that's
never
so,
done it.
No,
It's so
I've never
funny.
done it.
It's so
Okay,
funny.
we're so doing that. And do you have noise canceling headphones?
yeah.
Okay, sick. We're so doing that. I have a meeting to get to, so we'll wrap it up here and continue this next time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, next time.
That was like. Now I'm getting antsy. I'm getting.
You gotta
I gotta go. Okay, bye.